Good evening, everyone. Welcome and thank you for coming this evening. Today marks 2 years, my Nomadiversary. 2 years living full-time on the road, heading into year 3. And it's been great so far. Let's see who all's here. Hi, Kate. Happy New Year to you too. Hope you had a great New Year's celebration. And there's Dawn, Brian, and Donna. Hi, Happy New Year. It's 75 in Tennessee yesterday and expecting 3 inches of snow tonight. Wow, gotta love it. Well, I'm not loving snow at this point in my life, but it's crazy the way the weather changes, isn't it? It's amazing. Kevin, Happy New Year. Carla and Ken, thank you so much. Happy New Year. Glad you guys could make it here. Thank you, Dawn. I appreciate it. Dawn and Scotty, hi. Thank you. Happy New Year to you as well. Hope all is going well. There's Kathy. Hi. Nice to see you, Kathy. Happy New Year to you. And there's Marilyn. Everyone's saying Happy New Year. Hi, Shanna. Nice to have you. Everybody just saying hello. Thank you, Marilyn, for the reminder. Everyone, please do a thumbs up. I would appreciate it. Oh, look at y'all coming in at once. Kim and Daryl's here. I missed them. I don't see Kim and Daryl on here. New Year, Dawn. So, Dawn, I don't see. Oh, Kim and Daryl. I don't see them on here yet. But anyway, Happy New Year to everyone who is in the room tonight. I really appreciate you coming just to kind of help me renew or not renew, but just revisit my journey the last couple of years, and just to kind of make you guys aware of all the things that I've been through in the last couple of years, and hopefully what my hopes are going forward. So with that, I'll just kind of get started and tell you, I think most of you already know that when I first started this journey, it wasn't really meant as a full-time journey. I was still working at the time and just wanted to travel. That was always a dream of my husband and I. And so I bought a teardrop trailer. And for 2.5 years, I traveled across the country in that and really enjoyed my time doing that. Met a great group of people called the Heartland Tearjerkers, and we spent some really good times together. So that was my first setting in a group, and I really enjoyed it. It was really a lot of fun. I met some really great people, and I'm still in contact with those people as well. But you know, as I started traveling more and the weather was inclement one particular April, and I decided that being in a teardrop, if I was thinking about the possibility of doing this full time, that I really needed to step up into something that I could stand up in, change clothes in, shower in, have a bathroom inside, cook inside if I needed to, and those kinds of things. And so I started just vicariously shopping. I wasn't really dead set on buying anything in particular. And I happened across my Airstream on an ad. And this is where she was at. I bought my Airstream in New Jersey from, a lot of you may have heard of Colonial Patrick. This is Patrick from Colonial Airstream in New Jersey, and that's where I drove to pick up my Airstream. And it's been a journey ever since then. And so once I had this trailer, and I knew I was going to be retiring, my wheels started turning about, what was I going to do? How was I going to go about this? The same thing that many people go through when you make these decisions. You've never really done this full time before. How does it work? What kind of style of camping do I plan on doing? Because at that point, I'd only boondocked in a couple of places. And so I didn't really have a lot of experience, and especially with a travel trailer. So, first you have to learn how to tow it. And thankfully, the people at Colonial Airstream, taught me how to hitch my trailer and what I needed to know to get it towed home and that sort of thing. But, I knew that I was going to need a bigger generator than what I had to operate it. So I had to, purchase a new generator and just get prepared for doing some boondocking, because up to that point, I had only been camping primarily in state parks and Corps of Engineer parks, because those are cheaper. I went to some national parks, but usually those are really expensive to camp in. The only place I ever really paid for a campground in a national park was at Yellowstone, because I really needed electric with my little teardrop. It was June, but still the nights got very cold. It got down to about 37 in the mornings there. So I needed electric so that I could heat my teardrop, because I didn't have any other way to do that. But nonetheless, I knew I wanted to try some boondocking. And so I turned to YouTube and I started just, doing the research. What do you really need? What do you really need to know? What are some good places to go camping? That's primarily what I was looking for, was, where do people go, and show me some of these places. And so I watched a lot of YouTube videos. And eventually I ran across the Nomadic Ramblers. And at that time, Sharon had been doing a lot of like campground reviews. And so I really got hooked into their channel and started watching that really often. And, they were just simple, down to earth people that I felt like, I really liked these individuals. I kind of identify with them. And so I kept watching more and more of their videos. I'd watch their live streams. And then one day I found out that they were going to be in a state park in Florida. And I booked a reservation in that park and had a chance to meet up with them initially. And then once again, I met up with them in St. Mary's, Georgia, just not too awful long after I had bought my Airstream. And this is what my trailer looked like then. It was still like bare bones from just purchasing it. But there's Bobby and Sharon, and then my friends Greg and Carrie were up there camping as well. And we had a great time talking, and just, kind of, they got an idea that I wanted to go boondocking, and they offered to mentor me. So that's kind of how this all started out for me. Let's see. Let me catch up on some comments. Congratulations. Thank you, Shanna. I really appreciate it. And there's Henry. Hi, Henry. Nice to have you here this evening. Glad you had the opportunity to come in. Thank you, Don and Scotty. It's been really great. There's Griswold Family Vacay. Hey, guys. Nice to see you on here. Yeah, no moderator yet. Behave, Don. Okay. So anyway. All right, so I think that catches me up. So anyway, they had offered to mentor me, and so the first year, and that was like in August of 2019. So I had some preparation to do. Um, I had to get my doggies groomed, took them to the vet. I had a few months to enjoy some time with my family and friends. This was one little trip out with my new Airstream and my teardrop. My son and his girlfriend at the time and their kids came out to camp with me. So they stayed in the teardrop and I stayed in the Airstream. It was a lot of fun. And then this was one of my favorite places. This was in Missouri at the Frank Russell Recreation Area. I had a beautiful campsite there, and the flowers were in the butterfly garden were in bloom, and it was really wonderful. I enjoyed the campsite so much. So then you don't know what they're talking about. Hey, Kim and Daryl, nice to have you here. Glad you could make it in. There's Cindy. Hi, Cindy. Happy New Year to you. Glad you could make it. Don says we will be leaving for Arizona in about 2 weeks. Yay, that's incredible. Well, come on down and see us. We can't wait. Been waiting on you guys for a while. Congrats on your 2nd anniversary. Looking forward to some of your new adventures in 2022. Thank you, Brian and Donna. I appreciate that. Well, the moderator's in the house. So anyway, let's see, where was I? So I stayed home for a few months before taking out, and decided that my family wanted me to stay for the holidays. So I decided that I would take off right after New Year's and start my journey west. I knew that the Nomadic Ramblers were going to be in Quartzsite, and so that's where I planned to meet up with them at. And in the process, my daughter put vinyl on the trailer for my trailer, Dorothy. And I settled with this following the Yellow Brick Road theme because this is my little house and there's no place like home. And no one ever says that better than Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz. And so that's how Dorothy got her name. And that's how I got the name for my channel. And she did all the work of the graphics and put it all on there for me. And she did a wonderful job. So I was just so happy. She put the little witch's legs on the back of my trailer. And I think it came together really nice. So, off I went. I left Jacksonville, Florida on January 2nd, 2020, and headed to Quartzsite. And it took me, let's see, I think I got here like January 7th. So, a total of 6 days altogether. And it was a really nice journey. I stayed at some nice little parks on the way. Had a really good time traveling, no problems, and met up with Nomadic Ramblers. And here's my very first campsite in Quartzsite. And it was just, I don't know, that saguaro in the background was just kind of iconic for me. And this is one of the pictures that I really love. So I met some great friends along the way. This was at a campfire. Sharon was doing a live. And there's Deb and Jim, who I met my first year out in Quartzsite, and Kim and Daryl. So we were all parked in close proximity of one another. So it was really a great time. Let's see. See who else we got in here. Hey, Jennifer, nice to have you. I'm glad you could make it. Happy New Year to you too. Hope you had a nice celebration. You must have had a great time in 2 years. Yes, Donnie, I really have. It's really been great. Congrats, Shirley, for the 2 great years. It has been great years, and you know, people might say, well, you know, that's not such a big anniversary, 2 years. There's a lot of people out here that's been out here, you know, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 years, 15 years, some more than that. So 2 years, 2 years for me, it is just, you know, the beginning of a good journey as far as I'm concerned. So, and I didn't do anything like this on my first year. So I just really wanted to just kind of celebrate this year and celebrate the fact that I've made it now 2 years full time and looking forward to many more. So.
And then she met us.
Well, eventually, yes, we did. We met in Ehrenberg, I guess it was.
Yeah.
But we went down to Yuma, and then we went into Los Algodones and had a great time. Did some shopping, had some food, and a few margaritas, and it was a great time. So we saw, this is the border wall right here at the very end of the road here in Pilot Knob, and on the other side of that is Los Algodones. But of course, there's a different road that you take in to actually enter Los Algodones. But it's not that far away. It's really great. And then we went to Ehrenberg, and I thought I had some pictures up here for that, and I don't see them now. I don't know how I missed getting those in there. But anyway, and that's. So Ehrenberg is where I first met Dawn and Kevin, and I'm also met Doug and Sandy there, and Tony and Jill Bolin from Rolling with the Bolins, and just a lot of nice people. We met Badge was there that year. Badge and Elle were there. So there was just a lot of people. The particular location that year in Ehrenberg, I didn't really care for. It wasn't my little cup of tea. So I won't be going back to that location, that's for sure. But anyway, it was different. It was fun. And we had a great time. So, hey, there's Roy and Becky. Hi, guys. You guys are running into some cold temperatures, I saw. Hope your water pipes don't freeze again. Let's see. Congrats. Thanks, Dawn. We miss you. For looking forward to seeing everyone. Henry saying hi. Kevin wants to know how long you're staying once they get here. Dawn, we're in Yuma right now. Dawn photobomb. Hey, Sunday's here.
Okay, so they're going to come here. Okay.
Yeah. So it's not as cold tonight as last night. Well, that's good. Glad to hear that. How long are you guys going to be staying where you're at now? And do you have any idea when you might arrive in Arizona? Do you kind of have a timeline, or love to meet up with you guys once you get here? I really miss you. So let's see. And then, of course, then I learned how to do all my generator maintenance. That's always a good thing to do. And then once it got warm enough, and we started moving north, and we went up to Lake Havasu, and I got to see the London Bridge. And yes, it's the real London Bridge. It was moved here years ago, back in the 60s, I believe it was. But anyway, And then from there, we moved up into Red Rock Country, up into Utah, and was heading towards Bryce. And we stayed at a wonderful place. This was the view from Tom's Best Spring Road. You could see the back of the Grand Staircase Escalante, and there was my campsite there. It was a wonderful place. We loved it. And we went to Bryce Canyon, had a wonderful time there. And then we moved to a different location. And then if you'll see the little Airstream there, that's a friend that I met on Facebook, Airstream Addicts page. Her name was Laurel, and she's here on the very right in this picture. So she met up with us and came out and camped with us, and we've become good friends. And we actually camped with her in Flagstaff not that long ago. So let's see, we got some more comments here. Carla says it's 86 here in Fort Myers. That's nice. You know, wintertime in Florida is sounding a lot better for me next year. I'm thinking I may just go to Florida next year. So we'll see. Roy says I'll be there till the 10th. No idea when exactly we'll be in Arizona. Okay, well, I'll just keep track of you guys then. What would you do different the first 2 years? What would I do different?
Good question.
It is a good question. Thank you, Daryl. I know that came from you. Let's see. I think I'm not going to revisit the same places that we've revisited in the last 2 years. I want to see something different. I want to just kind of take off and see some of the things that I really want to go see. So I think, you know, from now on, I'm going to follow my dream and where my heart leads me. And that's, I think, that the thing that I really want to do this year. So it's been great traveling with a group, but I don't always get to go see some of the places, you know, because the group is going someplace else, which is fine. And I've loved being in a group, but you know, I'm getting older every year, and I feel like it's time for me to go and follow my heart and see the things that I want to see. So I think that that's kind of what I'm going to be doing in the next couple of years. Thank you, Peter. Thank you very much. Glad you could come in. One of those things being Niagara Falls, which is near you guys. So I'm hoping to get a chance to meet up with you in summer at some point and spend some time with you guys.
I'd love to see that myself.
Yeah. Don says we got down to 34 at night here. Very cold. Oh my gosh. That is pretty cold for you guys. That's incredible. The weather these last couple of years has been insane. And it's not getting any better for a while, I don't think. Roy says with the wind chill last night, we hit 1 degree. Oh my gosh.
Oh, just shoot me.
Wow. I hope your propane kept up with that. That's awful cold. I don't know if I could do that. If you end up in Florida, we will definitely meet up. Absolutely, Carla. Would love to meet you guys. Absolutely. Well, you know, Florida is my home state, so my kids will be really pleased if I winter in Florida next year, because they're really missing their mom. I haven't been home since June when my grandson graduated. So and I wasn't home for the holidays, first time ever, and they're really missing mom. So they'll be glad to see me. We will be here for you anytime. All right, Summer, good news. Good news. I'm looking forward to it. Hey, Sue. Glad you could come in. Glad you could join me. Happy New Year to you. And hi, Dawn. 1 degree. Yep, that's very cold. Just now got the gray and black tank thawed out. Oh man, that's wow. I just don't know. Let's see. What time is it there? Probably you're in Texas, so it's like 6 o'clock there, basically. Wow.
So,
And it's going to start getting cold again. So, wow. I hope you guys make it through the night. Of course, it's going to be warmer for you, so that'll be better. So, anyway, let's see. I can show you some of the other places. Of course, I've been to the Grand Canyon twice now, so that's not something that I feel like I have to revisit. Let me take this comment off just so I can go to comment Shirley. And then last year, my sister-in-law Kathy came out and camped with me for a while. We had a lot of fun together, and I got to show her the Yellowstone, and we had a great time there. It's the second time now I've been to Yellowstone. Saw some beautiful waterfalls. There's waterfalls all over that place. And we were parked in Island Park at this nice little state trust land area is what it ended up being, Bobby said. But anyway, it was a beautiful view. Got to meet Lynn and Dexter there. And we even made stick biscuits. If you look, Bobby's fixing a stick biscuit right there.
oh, stick biscuits.
Yeah. I also had my first run in there with mice.
Oh, that's a picture of the story. Okay.
So, yeah. So then I had to go catch mice and get them out of my trailer. So that was an experience, something that you don't think about very often. Let's see. Roy says, "Well, we're like 5 miles south from Oklahoma starting line." Okay, so I know about where you're at then. Hi, traveling Granny. Nice to see you on here. Glad you could come in this evening and just help me celebrate my last 2 years of my journey. Shirley, I think you would like the drive up to California coast into Oregon and Washington State. I probably would, but gas prices would have to get a lot better before I do that. It's just very prohibitive for me right now. It's not something I'm going to pay those kind of prices. And I do love California. I lived in California for a while when I was much younger than I am now. And I would still love to go see the redwoods. That's really one of the big things on my bucket list. I'd love to drive up the coast into Washington all the way up, but hopefully in a few years things will calm down a little bit. The world is just not in a good place right now, and I'm not going there yet. So. Sorry I'm late modding another channel. Oh, no problem, Sue. It's not a normal time for me, so I knew that there may not be as many people on tonight. But I just wanted to do it because this was the actual date of my first departure for my full-time travel. So anyway, hey, Tracy. How are we both tonight? Doing good. Doing good. How about you, Tracy? How's things in your world? Last 2 years and many more. Thank you. Thank you, Traveling Granny. I appreciate it. Hey, Bear and Dawn. Nice to see you guys. Thank you. 2 years. Yep. 2 years. And, single female going out. And so this is kind of, for me, a celebratory cause. It's not, the longest than anyone's ever been full-time, but it's a good start for me. So everybody saying hi to Sue. Congrats on 2 years. Thank you, Tracy. And Roy and Becky. Don't forget the thumbs up. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Yep. she's a good moderator too. That Sue is. Plus, she's just a lot of entertainment. If y'all have ever seen their live chat, you know what I'm talking about.
She gets us going even on here sometimes.
Yeah, she does. She does. Tracy says, I wish I was where you guys are. It's still in the deep freeze. -32.
-32?
Yeah, she's up in Canada.
Oh.
Yeah. Sorry, Tracy. Come on down. They've opened the border. Hi, Roy and Becky. Hey, Sue. Everybody's saying hi. So, anyway. So, then, let's see. Where else? Oh, so then after I was when I was in Island Park, my son was in a motorcycle accident. And he didn't let me know that for about 2 days until after he'd had surgery and knew everything that he needed to tell me. So I had to go home and take care of my son for like 3 months before he could get up and start walking on his own and taking care of himself. So, except for those 3 months, then I was, out on the road. But, when your family members are hurt or sick, you have to go. It's my son. I'm taking care of him. So that's the way that worked. And to help him out, because, he had a hard time, and he's tall. And it was hard for him to get in and out of the furniture that was low to the ground for me. So I built a couch. I built a couch for my son. So anyway, that was one of my other talents. I even did a video on that if you want to look at it. So
that is so cool that you did that.
A lot of people can't believe I could do stuff like that, but I love working with wood. I really do. There's Felix. Hey, happy place camping. Nice to have you here. So glad you could come in tonight. Tracy says, I wish I could, but babysitting for the grands this year. I'm so sad to hear about your son. How is he now? Oh, he's fine. He's up and walking and working and back to life as normal. So he was on a motorcycle and got hit head on by an SUV. And he ended up on the hood of the SUV, and it really fractured his tibia and fibia, and they had to put a long nail in his leg, and broke his arm and his hand, and all on his left side, and he's left side dominant. So it was really very hard for him to move around and get around.
He was so lucky, though.
Yeah. He was very lucky just to even be alive from something like that. But he's up and doing fine now. So thank you for asking. I appreciate it. You're very talented, Shirley. I love working with wood as well. My dad taught me a lot. Well, not so much my dad, but I can't really think about who I got that from. But I just have always loved working with wood. My first husband and I built a couch together when the kids were little. We didn't have a whole lot of money at the time, and we had small children, and what we could afford wasn't very sturdy, and I wanted something that was going to last. And so we happened to be in Kmart one day and found a book with a pattern on how to do it, and we built a couch pretty similar to what you just saw. But we did it with hand tools. We couldn't afford a lot of tools. He was in the Air Force and a buck sergeant, so, not a lot of money. And so we found a yard sale, and he found a brace and bit and some other tools, and that's how we made that couch. So you'd be surprised what you can do when you have to. And it worked great for us. There's Millie and James. Hi, guys. Nice to see you. So glad you could make it. Would love to see you guys again. Nice couch. We hate the low furniture too. Great idea. I've thought of adding longer legs a few times. Yep. And that's what I did. I took this pattern and I adjusted the height about 4 inches on the legs when I made it, and it worked out perfect for him. And the older you get, the lower some furniture feels. Isn't that true? That's very true. Very sad, but true. Saying hi to James and Millie. Yeah, we miss you, James and Millie. Hey there, Weekend RVing. We miss you. We miss you all too. Sue says, truth. Low chairs and sofas are tough to get out of. Hard on my bad knees. Absolutely. I'm short and it's hard. When you've got bad knees, you just need that little bit of height just to help you get up and down.
I'm not there yet, but my time's coming.
Yeah, it is. Henry saying hi to Sue. Loved hearing this story, Shirley. I made an entertainment center right after we were married. Yeah, see, it's amazing the things that you can do. You know, my husband and I built a bookcase together and smaller little wood projects, little wooden toolbox and just some shelves and different things. And I love working with wood. So it's just been something that I've always enjoyed doing. I'm not great at it, but I do like to do it. So, and I did, with help from my friends, build a table for my trailer here. So it's pretty cool what you can do.
You got a video on that one too, right?
I don't know if I ever did put that on a video.
Oh,
I don't know that I did.
huh.
But it's on a swivel. I think my table's down underneath.
I don't know if you'd be able to.
Can you pull that?
Let's see.
Can you pull that out? Let's see. Let's see if you can. Let me adjust my screen. Pull it on out. So here is the bar. And the tabletop screws onto this elbow here. And it's attached to the wall. And so the tabletop actually swivels. And I did this when I had my, at one time I had the dining bench turned down into like a bed, and I used it like a sofa bed. And I just was kind of dissatisfied with that. So I put the table back up, and it's just a lot easier for me. So, but I still have the availability of being able to use that table for extra table space if I need it. Like I can use it in my kitchen to help with prep work. I can use it back here by the table where I'm sitting at for just some extra desk space. So it can still come in handy and be useful. So I still have it and won't get rid of it. So
it was a fun project.
Yeah,
as well.
It was a fun project. Let's see. Building out my little car for my trip. Very good. Very good. What kind of car do you have, Traveling Granny? Not sure.
Ha, I'm a puppy. Oh, I'm kidding.
What?
Yes, I'm a puppy.
You are a puppy. Tracy says, the most I got to build stuff was in Mexico. I made my own table that holds a sink. Good. No plumbing for it. It was out in the open on our land just for cleanup and working with the chickens. Very nice. Very nice. So see, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. You do what you need and you get the job done. So anyway, so yeah, that is amazing. And Felix and her husband are building out an SUV so that they can do some more camping out in places that are a little bit harder to get to than with a trailer. So I've been watching that, and it's been pretty amazing. So if you guys haven't seen that, go to Happy Place Camping and watch their videos on their build for their SUVs. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Let's see. So what else do I have to show you? So, oh, and also while I was in Jacksonville, I got to meet up with Dustin and Leslie Wags from Wayward Wags is their YouTube channel. Got to have dinner with them and meet them and get to know them a little bit. And that was a lot of fun. So, it was a good time spent at home. And I also, while I was at home, got to meet up with Kevin and Dawn as they was coming through Jacksonville. They stopped and we had lunch at Cracker Barrel and had a good time together.
That was after we first started going full time.
Mm-hmm.
And we were heading down to my sister's in Tampa, and we knew Shirley was right along the way.
Yeah.
So we had a great lunch.
Yeah,
That
we
was
did.
awesome.
It was a lot of fun. And so then, when we got ready when I got ready to roll out in January, they decided that they wanted to travel with me. So it was pretty cool. So this year, some of the places that I've been is we went up through or near Page, and we went to Marble Canyon. We saw the Navajo Bridge. I saw Horseshoe Bend, and I saw. Let's see, I've got to go. I added these as an afterthought almost. We went to a place called Soap Creek. This is a BLM area.
Oh, not Soap Creek.
Soap Creek. And that is the Vermilion Cliffs behind our rigs. It was a gorgeous area. Absolutely beautiful.
Vermilion Cliffs. Oh, that's just
Yeah.
amazing.
It was a little difficult getting in. It was pretty rocky. Big rocks in the road. So you really had to pick and choose your path. But it was a great view. It was an incredible place to stay. And we stayed there for the full 14 days. It was absolutely amazing. Let's see. So there's Felix saying, yes, we are. Thank you, Shirley. Can't wait to go on a cool trip with it. I know it'll be so much fun. I'm really looking forward to watching your adventures. Because that's, I've got a 20-foot trailer, so I'm not going to be able to go to a lot of places that you all will be going. So I'm, living vicariously through you a little bit. It'll be a lot of fun. Yes, I did get to meet the Wags. They're very sweet people, just as nice in person as they are on their videos. It's pretty cool. Thank you. It is a good picture. We had a great time that night. Yes, Felix is awesome. Absolutely. Where did it go? See, I can never cross that bridge. Nope, not happening. Actually, it's not a bad bridge to drive across. There's actually two bridges there. One is the older bridge that was built before, wide vehicles were made. And so they had to build a second bridge just for traffic to be able to cross over. And I've got a video on the Navajo Bridge if you wanted to take a look at the area. It's really a gorgeous area. So you might stop in my channel and take a look at it. Kevin says, failed at maneuvering the rocks. So what happened, Dawn?
We suffered a little damage.
Actually, they were there at a different time than I was. I came through there with Kim and Daryl, and the Nomadic Ramblers hadn't caught up with us at that point. So Dawn and Kevin were with Nomadic Ramblers, and also Jim and Deb in the bus. And when you enter, if you look this place up, pay attention to what I'm saying. Honestly, pay attention to what I'm saying. When you drive in on the main road, when you go to find your camping spot, you'll come to a Y in the road. Go to the right. Do not go left, because Bobby and Sharon can tell you it's not a good road that way.
I mean, the road to the right isn't great, but definitely don't go left.
Yeah, for sure. Do you know approximately how many miles you travel in a year? Well, that's a good question. I bought my truck. I'm thinking I bought my truck in July of 2019, and then Not long after that, I got my trailer, and I didn't really do a whole lot of traveling very far before I started in January of 2020. So right now I've got about 69,000 miles on my truck. I bought it with 21,000 miles on it. So 40,000 miles in the last couple of years. And I have driven home from out west back to Florida and then back out west a couple of different times. So, that's like, I don't know, 3,500 miles. So about 5,000 or 6,000 miles every time I take a trip home and back. So I'm guessing that's like what, about 20, maybe 25,000 miles a year. So, Adventures in Xanadu, I'm with you. Nope, I did zip lines, but that looks so scary. It's actually not. It's just the camera angle, the way I took the picture, that it looks like that. So, anyway, Shirley, I gave a Jeep, but decided to build out my small runaround Nissan Sentra. Sorry, guys. I am bringing my Husky along. Wow. Well, Nissan Sentra is a fairly good size, though. My daughter's mother-in-law had a Nissan Sentra, so I know how big they are. But how big is your Husky? It's like going to take up one whole seat just with the Husky. Make a really good blanket, though, that's for sure. Keep you warm in the wintertime. So that'll be interesting. We'll have to see how that goes, traveling Granny. I'll have to be watching you. Dawn, sounds like an interesting trip. Yeah, over those rocks, it was certainly interesting. They bent one of their stabilizer jacks in the back.
Yeah.
Coming out.
It still functions.
Whoops, wrong way. Sorry. Yeah.
Don't worry, we've done more damage since then, but it's all good.
That's my sweet little Dee Dee. Ziggy's down underneath the table. Hello, son. Hi, I've been talking about you. Thank you. Happy anniversary. Thank you. I appreciate that, son. I was telling him how I came home to take care of you for a while. Shirley, how many miles to the gallon do you get for gas? Well, it just kind of depends on the elevation and the,
uphill, downhill,
if I'm going uphill or downhill, or is the road flat.
Both ways in the snow.
Yeah, exactly. I've gotten as little as 10 miles to the gallon. Normally run around 12 to 13. If the road is really good, I've gotten as much as 16 miles to the gallon. So it just kind of depends. And it depends on also if I've got, did I fill up with water? Because I have a 46-gallon water tank in the back of my truck. And then I have 3 jerry cans that are about 6 gallons each. So add all that up. And then I have about 10 gallons worth of gas. So, if I add all that in, then I don't get very good gas mileage. So, if I run with the empty tanks, then I get much better gas mileage. So saying hi to my son. The poodles are 65 and 70 pounds, and they definitely keep me warm in the camper. Yes, Jennifer has a small little Tab 400 in it, Jennifer, which is a nice little camper. But yeah, those dogs are going to keep you warm in that bed. Yes, that did hurt a lot. I know. Yes, you're welcome, son. Whenever you need me, I'll be there. All you have to do is let me know. It's a 2-dog night. Just need that extra 3rd dog. Oh, for sure. Right, I have not posted in a long time, but we'll be documenting my trip. I've never slept in a car or traveled a long distance with a dog. I think I needed to be admitted. Well, they can be, that's my Ziggy. That's my Ziggy. and they both just got groomed the other day.
So handsome.
Yeah, they're really cute and sweet when they're clean and pretty.
He does not look amused.
Yeah. And sometimes they're even good dogs. They've been pretty good tonight.
Well, you are one.
But yes, Charlie Grant, you need to actually, document what you're doing, how you're building out your car. That would be pretty cool for people to watch. Yes, at tab 400. That's what I thought. Yeah, I like watching your videos too. It's pretty cool. So anyway, not sure exactly what direction I'm taking this spring, and but I'm trying to look at the map and make a little bucket list, and I do know that in late May I'm going to be meeting up with some of my teardrop group again and camping with them. So that's going to be fun, and that'll be in my home state, where I was born in Missouri. And so I may stop and see some family. I've got an uncle that's one of my mother's last two siblings left alive, and I'd love to go and spend some time with them and see them, and my sisters and my brother, and just see family. And who knows?
Very eventful.
Yeah, very eventful, and may head up north and go up through. Might get to see Niagara Falls this year, so I'm really looking forward. I'm very excited about making some plans for some new places to see, new things to do, and I'll be sure to take you guys along with me along my journey. And if you have any good ideas about places that would be good for me to see, I'm all for it. Just, let me know what you think might be good around the Midwest, Northeast. I would love to see Maine in the fall if I can do that. Absolutely, Jennifer. I love watching everyone's channels. Whenever I get a chance, I try to sit down and watch videos.
Love to see Vermont in the fall.
Oh, Vermont would be fun.
So
beautiful. Yeah, I'd love to see all that Northeast, and the colonial states, and go through Jamestown and see some of historical sites. That's.
I want to see the Liberty Bell. Wouldn't that be cool?
I have seen the Liberty Bell. Yep. Wow. I have. My husband and I actually took a trip up to Philadelphia, and
that's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I hope you're able to visit your family. I should be able to. It should be fun. Haven't been up there for a couple of years now, so I know that my baby sister is kind of missing me, and we chat almost every day online. We text back and forth, and so it's just good to see family. So that's my big plans. Like I said, I really would, love for you guys to drop ideas and places where it might be a good thing for me to see. Hoosier National Forest has dispersed camping, but not a lot to see. Well, thank you. I appreciate that, Roy and Becky. I'll have to mark that on my map so that I can help make some plans, because I want to try to do national forest camping. Even state forest, sometimes you can find some free camping in state forest. I want to try to do as much free camping as possible. That's my goal. And if not, maybe I can catch a COE campground. I don't know how many they have in the Northeast. I don't think they have a whole lot.
Yeah,
so I'm going to kind of have to, be careful with all of that. But, if I can stay in a paid campground and then find a free campground, and just kind of moderate the amount of expenses, that's kind of what I'm hoping for. Because I know the Northeast is totally different when it comes to finding places where you can camp for free. But I watch, I don't know if any of you ever watch Adventure Van Man. He really finds some really good forest camping. And he's been up a lot in the Northeast, so I'll probably be reviewing his channel to get some ideas about about where I could camp. One thing I learned about traveling with a dog is make sure you have some medicine for anxiety. Went through a huge lightning and thunderstorm in the summer in the Rocky Mountains, and the dogs were terrified.
I can totally relate to that.
Yeah.
Our dog went through the same thing. We were in South Dakota, and we were just down the hill at family's house playing cards, and all of a sudden a hailstorm broke out. The dog was in the rig by himself, and he's never been the same since. So I get that.
Absolutely. JJ says, ever hear of the Branson Scenic Railway? Have not been to Missouri yet. I have heard it. I haven't been on the Scenic Railway. I've been through Branson, camped overnight there one night, but I haven't really looked around Branson. So that's a good idea. Might be someplace that I stop. I'm going to be camping in Bennett Springs State Park with this group that I'm going to be camping with, which is years ago as a kid. I went there with my aunt and uncle, my dad, and my brother, and that's where I learned to fly fish. Actually, it's one of the greatest rivers in Missouri, and tons and tons of fishermen go there to trout fish. So it's really a great park, and it'll be, nice to go back and see some childhood memories and meet up with friends again. And so I'm looking forward to it. It should be a lot of fun. Roy says that's good for a few days stop. Okay, that's good to know. I'm definitely going to put that. Help me remember that. Hoosier National Forest. There's dispersed camping. Thank you, Roy and Becky. I appreciate that. National Campground, Indiana Dunes. Lots of nice things up that way. Okay, good. Giving me some Midwest stuff. I love it. Carla says Branson Scenic Railway is a good thing to do. Okay, all right.
Sounds
Well,
like a must
there
do.
you go. Thank you, Daryl. Thank you very much. Well, I want to thank everyone for coming in this evening and just kind of celebrating with me. I appreciate you hanging in there with me and watching and subscribing. And if you think that this channel is something that your friends or relatives might appreciate, then please share it out to them. Make sure and hit that thumbs up button before you go if you haven't already. And I'll be back on the air Thursday with my regular live stream time, 5:30 Mountain Time. And thank you all again for coming. And I'll see you later. Have a great week. Bye.